the most revealing moments from Meghan Markle's With Love Meghan Netflix series. And this is exclusive from People, guys. From Mindy Kaling grilling Meghan on her Luke, to the Duchess of Sussex's surprising former jobs. The Netflix series is full of revelation. So Meghan Markle is given a glimpse, or should we say Meghan Sussex is given a glimpse into her world on With Love Meghan. The new series starring the Duchess is full of revelations about her and her guests throughout its 8 episodes. In addition to sharing her favorite tips for party planning, cooking, entertaining, and more, Meghan opens up about everything from her approach to fashion to her feelings about her title as the Duchess of Sussex. She also gives a glimpse of what life is like at home in Montecito with Prince Harry and their children Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, 5 and 3 respectively. So we're going to check out now some of the biggest moments from With Love Meghan below. Meghan explains the meaning behind the name Sussex. In the second episode, Meghan welcomed Mindy Kaling as they talked about kids' parties, but the talk turns to their own childhoods. People wouldn't believe that Meghan Markle ate a Jack in the Box, Kaling says at one point, prompting Meghan to point out, "It's so funny too that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now." Yes, so we know she's talking about the name, right? So we know Queen Elizabeth had bestowed the titles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to Prince Harry and Meghan for their 2018 wedding, and their children now use Sussex as their last name as well. Meghan explains, "You have kids and you go, no, I share my name with my children. I didn't know how meaningful that would be to me, but it just means so much to go. This is our family name, our little family name." In an exclusive interview with People, the Duchess of Sussex further shares how the title now holds a deeper significance that she could not have imagined before childhood, right? It's her shared name as a family, and I guess I hadn't recognized how meaningful that would be to me up until we had children, she says. I love that. That is something that Archie, Lily, H, and I all have together. It means a lot to me. Meghan adds that it's a huge part of her love story is that we share the name Sussex. Harry's brief appearance, that's number 2. While the couple's 2022 Netflix docuseries, the record-breaking Harry and Meghan famously lifted the veil on their struggles within the royal family, this time there's no mention of anything royal. Harry makes only a brief appearance in the final episode, but his influence is felt behind the scenes. Whenever Harry visited set, he was always super polite and friendly, a crew member tells People, but it was clear he wanted this to be Meghan's moment to shine. Meghan shares her high-low fashion approach, that's number 3. At another point in Kaling's episode, the Office actress asks Meghan about her look, is it? It's calling Luke, as in Luke. And after some confusion, Kaling clarifies that the Duchess of Sussex fashion is one of her favorite things. Meghan explains that she likes high-low, revealing she was wearing pants from Zara, a shirt from Italian luxury brand Loro Piana, and a sweater from California designer Jenny Keane. Really cute, Kaling praises. So another point in the show was when Meghan reflected on her time on Suit. Meghan reflects on her Suit years in a conversation with Kaling, bonding over their long-running TV roles. One thing that you and I have in common is we both were on TV shows for a long time, Mindy says. Meghan confirms Suit ran for 7 years, just shy of The Office's 8, I'm on a series. That is all I want, Meghan recalls. Mindy adds, health insurance, steady paycheck. Yes, consistency, Meghan agrees. Asked about relocating for the show, Meghan admits, okay, 1 season in Toronto, amazing. 2 seasons, okay. Is this life gonna be in this other place now? But she embraced it. Thankfully, I love Canada, and I always tried to invite the cast over or people I'd meet at the dog park, neighbors. I love making friends. Speaking with people, Meghan says she's not surprised by the show's recent resurgence since being added to Netflix lineup. I'm not surprised that people are rediscovering Suits because it was so well written and so well produced, she says. It's a time capsule for me. I still have the pencil skirt from the first episode. That's the one thing I kept. Her family. Another thing was her family's morning routine. Like many families, mornings are fast in the Duke and Duchess's California home. I wake up every morning and take a lot of pride in making breakfast for my family, Meghan says. Mornings are fast. Gotta get the kids to school. Meghan reveals that a popular breakfast staple is a favorite in her house. I find when I'm cooking bacon, my kitchen very immediately becomes full of husbands and 3 dogs, she quips. It's not my perfume that's bringing them all in, she adds before singing. My bacon brings all the boys to the yard, to the tune of Kelly's hit song, Milkshake. Apparently, Prince Harry also knows his way around the kitchen, with his wife praising him for making a really good breakfast. So Meghan recalls her first job. Before getting into the world of acting, the future Duchess of Sussex held a variety of jobs. Meghan reminisced on her old resume at various points during the Netflix show, which included her first job as an ice cream shop called Humphrey Yogurt and a gig at a donut shop called the Little Orbit Donuts. While at college at Northwestern University, Meghan tried to earn some extra cash working at a coat check of a Chicago bar before they encouraged her to try some waitressing. She recalls, the guy, it was really loud, and he's like, hey, can I get a indistinct martini? And I was like, I don't know what he's saying. I was like, I think he's from Texas. And he asked me for a cowboy run martini. And they were like, we don't have that. So I went back and I was like, we don't have that. And he's like, what? You don't have a Ketel One martini? And I was like, I don't. And they're like, let's have you go back to being a cook check girl, Meghan says. So obviously she's saying right there she's not good at making whiskey or wine, rum, you name it. She was not good at making a good martini. Meghan reveals who got the first jar of jam. In 2024, the Duchess of Sussex gifted 50 friends with a jar of jam for her lifestyle brand. Although it was originally called American Riviera Orchard, it was renamed to As Ever in 2025, as celebrities like Kris Jenner and Chrissy Teigen shared glimpses of their numbered jars on social media. Many wondered who received the coveted number 1, and on With Love, Meghan, the answer was unveiled to be her mother, Doria Ragland. People took it very personally, the hierarchy, Meghan says on the series, adding, anyone who got them, I hope they felt like I wanted to share it with you. Meghan says her dog, Guy, has stories to tell. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's dog made appearances throughout the series, including Guy, the beagle that Meghan rescued in 2015. Meghan announced on January 7 that Guy died, sharing in a tribute on Instagram. Because many of you will now see Guy in the new series, I hope you all come to understand why I'm so devastated by his loss. I think you may fall a little bit in love too. In With Love, Meghan, she calls the pup her shadow, recapping how he's been with her while working on Suits in Canada, when they moved to the UK, as her romance with Prince Harry progressed, when the couple relocated to Canada, and as they eventually settled in California. Guy has a lot of stories to tell, Meghan says. She recalls living in Argentina. While hiking with her friend Delfina Balcour, wife of polo player Nacho Figueras, one of Prince Harry's close friends, Meghan reminisces about her time in Argentina, where she interned at the U.S. Embassy. She double majored in theater and international studies at Northwestern University. I think the reason I love living here is because it reminded me of California in a lot of ways, where you have the mountains and you have just this joy of life and the joy of being outside, she says. I was only there for a few months interning at the U.S. Embassy, but I loved it. After their hikes, Balcour tells Meghan, I enjoyed this mountains hike because I saw you being you, and I love that. I love when you are doing your thing. I'm obsessed with that face of M. So happy. Her calming ritual. In one episode, Meghan visits a flower shop to pick out blossoms for an arrangement she's making for a friend who they were going to have lunch. She reflects on learning the art of flower arranging at her baby shower while pregnant with Archie in 2019, describing it as a relaxing ritual she enjoys at the end of the day. I learned a lot of this when I was pregnant with my son Archie. My girlfriends threw a baby shower for me, and one of the things we did was learn flower arranging. I started to find it really calming and meditative. So when I have a little bit of time at the end of the day, I do this. I have a glass of wine and just enjoy it, she says, adding that music is always part of the experience. I listen to a lot of 70s soft rock and a lot of yacht rock and a lot of soul, and then also French dinner party music. Meghan's new hobby. In another episode, Meghan prepares for a game night with friends Tracy Robbins, Victoria Jackson, and Jennifer Rudolph Walsh, sharing that they recently started learning mahjong together. My girlfriends are coming over. We have all started to learn mahjong together in the past few months. We play a version called American mahjong. I don't know if that's the proper pronunciation, she says. What I've come to really love about mahjong is that the game itself is really fun. But what was so great was the idea of learning something new with your friends together, and then recognizing that mahjong becomes a background of an expansion of friendship, she says. It's a feeling of community. It becomes special for all of us. We're all at such different chapters in our lives. It's amazing that it's just as meaningful to me as it is for Victoria or Tracy or Jennifer. We all really like it. Meghan reveals her love language. On 2 occasions in the Netflix show, Meghan says that feeding people is her love language. While showing Daniel Martin how to make a single skillet spaghetti, a recipe she calls a family favorite, her pal and makeup artist said, "You've always shown your love through food." Meghan replies, "It's a big love language." She shares the same sentiment in episode 6 titled "The Juice is Worth the Squeeze," saying, "I love feeding people. I think it's probably my love language." Meghan tells people about her love of cooking. "Even before I was a mom, I loved being able to nurture in that way. Some of my favorite childhood moments are the meals that my mom would make," she said. She make a lot of soul food. I remember she had taken a Thai cooking class. So every week we had Thai barbecue chicken and spring rolls. I remember those flavors as well. And I want my kids to have those same formative memories of things that I cook. We call them mama meals. And those are the ones that I hope they come back to when they're older, when they're married, and they have their own kids and they go, oh, let's have a mama meal. And it's the same roast chicken I've been making since they were little. Meghan reflects on the beauty of imperfection. The Duchess of Sussex becomes visibly emotional while discussing resilience and beauty in imperfection. Speaking with her friend Vicky Tai, founder of the skincare brand Tatcha, Meghan shares, if you break something that is precious and valuable, it's not broken. That fracture actually makes it more beautiful. Vicky replies, or celebrated because it's what makes you beautiful. Perfect isn't beautiful. Things that have lived and been dropped and put back together again are more beautiful. Yes, guys, isn't that great? This is just a brief overview of what the entire series is about. We love it. I was reading from People, of course. I got those excerpts from People, but yes, it's just really lovely. It's a nice program, nice show to just binge on, watch it, and just see that inner side of Meghan and she interacting with her friends. Just really something to behold, right? And we love to see it. So yes, guys, that's what I wanted to bring you, a brief overview of what With Love Meghan was all about, is all about, and just the beauty of it all. So bye, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.